One, two, 1, 2. You already know I go by Nino De Niro, Mr. New Trends, New Friends. So I came to a special event, a Dudley event, and I came to Miss Ursula. Did I say that right? Yes. I appreciate you for letting me come to this event, first of all, and I want to say I had a heck of a time out here, and it was a good event. So let me ask you a question, though. What makes you keep your drive going?
Well, I have to tell you that one of my favorite quotes from the Bible is where much is given, much is required.
He didn't have to die, could have called angels to his side to carry him away, but he decided to stay at Calvary.
And I feel like I have been so blessed. You know, my parents gave me an opportunity to run Dudley Products, and it's now Dudley Beauty Corp LLC, and that gives me an opportunity to help somebody else. And when somebody comes to me and says, you helped me build my business, you helped me become a better person, that's what gets me up in the morning and drives me to keep on going.
So let me ask you a question, because you said when you was a kid, and I heard in your meetings earlier, you were saying that basically y'all used to have to bottle up products. How was that as a kid, you know, and growing up and starting the business? Because I know you saw it from the beginning. So how was that from a kid to like now? Was it hard doing that, or did they pressure y'all to do that?
So you know, I have great parents. So growing up, my parents started making products in the kitchen, and my brother and I, when we were really young, like 5, 6, would put the caps on the products, okay? And then growing up, my parents put us into business. So when we had meetings like this, I sold fruit, I sold popcorn, I eventually sold pantyhose. So I learned, you know, the business from that side. I also went selling door to door. So, you know, when it was time after I graduated from law school, I wanted to come work in the business because I saw what this business could do and how this business could help people.
Went into my last question I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you what made you go from law school to going back to Dudley, because that's so rare. You don't see a lot of people go back into their families to help out their families. So what made you make that decision that you'd rather go back to help your family than make thousands of dollars that, you know, attorneys and stuff make?
Well, for me, you know, like I said, growing up, you know, and I had great opportunities. I went to Harvard undergrad and got a psychology degree, and then I went to Harvard Law School, and I was in the class with our former president, President Barack Obama. Wow. And but I have to tell you that in life, you'll find that when you're doing something worthwhile, when you're doing something and believe that you can make a difference, then that's more important than money. I mean, you know, you need money, obviously, to take care of yourself and to help other people. But when you're on a mission, and we're on a mission to change the economic base of our communities, then when you do that, then that's worth so much more than an actual dollar in your hand.
And you're right about that. And I see that y'all have a big mission and stuff like that. So what is one of the difficulties or something that you could say? Because being though it's a black-owned business, I'm pretty sure that you guys go through some difficulties. Like, what is one of the difficulties that you guys had to overcome, or you saw your father and them overcome, you know, starting a black business?
Well, part of it was name recognition, getting the name out there to let people know what we're doing. Also, we have people who've left us and started their own companies, and there's nothing wrong with that, except when they come back and start defaming our company. Okay, so that's one difficulty that we've had to overcome, or different companies, you know, poaching our people. But I will tell you that, you know, I truly believe that's what's for us is for us, you know, and God's going to take care of us. So I don't worry about those sorts of things, because I know if I do my best and do what God wants me to do, then everything's going to be all right.
So you keep your faith and you keep everything going on. What do you expect to see Dudley like in a couple years? Because I know when I was younger, and maybe because my grandmother has been involved with Dudley, when I was younger, it was a lot more. I used to hear it a lot more, and I see now you're trying to rebrand and stuff like that. What do you think you want to see Dudley in the next upcoming years?
So my goal for Dudley is big. You know, we say, you know, dream big, believe big. You know, my goal is to have Dudley in every single salon. That's my ultimate goal. Now, I didn't say every black salon. I said every salon. That's my goal, because I know that if we can get a Dudley product in every salon, we can help everybody, because it's about texture of hair. It's not about color of skin. So that I see, you know, I have big dreams and big goals.
So you say you want to be in every salon. It's not about the color or anything like that. What separates Dudley from other products or something like that? What can you say? What will make me come to Dudley? You know.
Excellent. So there are a couple things. First, we have over 350 SKUs. We're not just a hair care company. We're a great hair care company. We have hair care, we have cosmetics, we have skin care, we have body care, we have perfumes, colognes. So we're more than just a hair care company. And you find very few companies out there, especially African American owned companies, that have as many SKUs and can meet the demands for the beauty needs for that customer as much as we can. So not only do we have great quality products, we have great quality products across the board.
So they not only have good products, and that not just for just the black people, it's for everybody. So everybody needs to come through, and you need to support Dudley products. So my last question to you, my show is called Hustle 5 Ways. I know that you were an attorney. You have the, your Dudley products. Is there something that you can tell another young entrepreneur or someone like that to maybe give them the motivation that you have to keep going like that? Because there's maybe somebody who has a business or their father has a business but doesn't want to go. Can you give them some type of motivation?
Absolutely. And what I say to you is, if you're fortunate enough where your parent has a business, maybe that's not something that you necessarily want to do, but I'm going to say do it anyway. Because how do we transfer wealth? Right now the Black Panther movie is so very popular, and it's popular because what's happening is we're keeping the wealth in our communities. So I'm going to tell you, yeah, maybe that's not your most favorite thing to do. Do it anyway. Because that's how we build wealth. That's how we change the economic base in our communities. And if you're not fortunate enough for your parents to own a business, start a business or join somebody else who has the same mission as you do. See, we're constantly looking for distributors. We want young people out there who are interested in owning their own business, so you'll be in business for yourself but not by yourself, because we'll be right here to help you along the way. So the more that we can do that, hey, the better off it is for everybody.
You just hear that? You don't have to do it by yourself. You have a team of people who's going to be willing to come in and help you and walk you through the process, so you don't have to be scared. A lot of things that I do out there, and I try to tell people that it's not about what you're doing. You just have to do something. Yes. And inside of y'all's meetings today, and that's what it was about, getting the ball rolling. And what was that middle part that you guys had? I forgot. The circle was basically saying, like, you have to have your, he put on that 3 Venn diagram. In the zone. You got to be in your zone. Can we talk about in the zone for a little bit? I wanted to get into that. Sorry, it took me a little bit. But tell them about being in the zone and how people have to step out of their boundaries, because what happens is a lot of people are scared. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So what is in the zone? Let them know about that in the zone before we get out of here. And I'm sorry to hold you up.
No, you're fine. So basically what we're talking about is, see, oftentimes we spend our time in the comfort zone. Okay, and so when you're in your comfort zone, things are easy, but you can't grow in the comfort zone. You see, people who are growing don't do what stuck people do. They do something different, and that's what we're talking about. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to be uncomfortable, because that's how you're going to grow. So if you're a little scared to do it, that's the thing that you need to do. Let me tell you, I haven't always been president, and I didn't always know what to do. And there were some things I was kind of scared to do, but I said, you know what, Ursula, you just got to get out of your comfort zone and do it. And let me give you a secret. Once you do, you're going to get better and better and better at it. And then you'd be like, oh, I didn't realize I could do that, but I can do it. And then you do something else, and you do something else. So you don't stay in your comfort zone. You got to keep growing and keep growing and keep growing. And I promise you, when you do that, things are only going to get better.
They're going to be up and up and up. So being you say you haven't been in this president for a long time, what's something that you said that you thought that you couldn't do maybe inside of your presidency role or CEO role, and you got it accomplished? Is there a goal maybe that you accomplished, or something that you thought that maybe you wasn't going to get to?
Sure. I can tell you that as a in my normal self, I'm not a confrontational person. I don't like confrontation. I don't like to do things like that. But today, ladies and gentlemen, I grew, because we had some issues that we had to deal with, and I hit them head on. Now, I tell you, I was so nervous, I didn't know what to do with myself. But I was able to, like I said, get out of my comfort zone, realize that in order for me to grow, in order for the company to grow, we've got to just hit it head on. And we did it. And it was successful, ladies and gentlemen. So you just got to jump out there sometimes and just do it. And this is one of the important things. Don't be afraid to fail. If you fail, and so let me say it a different way. sometimes we win and sometimes we learn. We never lose. We learn from our mistakes. That's how you look at it. You learn from your failures. You don't lose, you learn.
Yeah, I try to tell people all the time, if we haven't went through things, we don't know what good is if you never went through bad. So I tell people, no matter what, good or bad, take your blessings and the next day will come on. You just have to keep going. So Miss Ursula, that's right, Miss Ursula.
Yeah.
Ursula, is it Dudley at the end or?
Ursula Dudley Oglesby.
I'm gonna let her say it because I was gonna get that. So tell them again. How do you have an Instagram or Facebook? How do they find Dudley? How can they keep up on Dudley products?
Absolutely. Thank you for mentioning that. So you can go to our website, dudleyq.com. We also just celebrated 50 years, so you can go to dudleyq50th.com. We also have Instagram and Facebook, so you Dudley Hair Care and Cosmetics, to find us on Instagram or on Facebook. So we're just, excited to be around, and we're blessed. We are truly, truly blessed. And one of our sayings that my father says is, I am, I can, and I will. I am, I can, and I will.
You heard it first from Miss Ursula from Dudley. I'm Nino De Niro tuning out. Bow, and I see y'all next time.
I love it.
Thank you.